welcome to My 5. This is Gary, and it's a DWTT channel, and we'll be talking about, the game and then 5 players that I've chosen before the game based on the lineup that we had, and we'll get into it. Alright, so let's see. I'm just going to pull out my notes here a little bit so I can talk a little bit constructively about what I saw, and we'll go from there. Alright, so talk about this game. Yeah, I'm smiling. I'm smiling, and this time I'm smiling because we actually got a win. We expected to win. We should have expected to win these types of games. We're the better side table-wise. We have, when we play our style, I think we can compete with anybody, and we should be able to get some positive results out of it, and that's what we saw today. A clean sheet, first time in 10 matches. I think it's 10 matches, 9 or 10 matches. That's what we expect to see against the teams that are lower us on the table. We should be able to control the game and keep them out, and we did that today. Our defense was pretty strong to keep a clean sheet, and that's what they did. We had most of the ball, and that's what's going to happen. So I guess we'll go through the lineup real quick, and we'll finish it up with the rest of it, what we saw there. All right, so, and I am moving things around here so I can see what I got here. So if you look at the lineup, and kind of a little concerned with the way the lineup was set up. I was hoping to see Balogun and Aziz on at least the bench. Was expecting to see Martinelli start, and he does. So the front four of Aubameyang, Willian, Erdiger, and Martinelli. Okay, front four, Willian. I think he's there just to rest and allow Emil Smith-Rowe and Saka to rest, which is kind of one of the things that we needed to be able to do. We need those youngsters to get a little bit of time off so they can get their heads right and their mind right and their body right coming into the next game, because we're going to need them. And my assumption is those two will be starting, which means essentially that Willian and Martinelli probably will be won't be starting, but I would like to see Martinelli start as well. So we'll get into what that means if that's the case. Elneny and Ceballos in the midfield. Definitely Partey needed to rest, and hopefully we didn't need to bring him on. I think we did, but we didn't need to bring him on. Just I think just to get his feet wet, give him some minutes on the field, that would have been good, and that's what we did. No Pepe, also out, but hopefully to rest. A back line of Bellerin, Luiz, Gabriel, and Xhaka. Xhaka left back again, which to most fans, and probably to me as well, means that he will play left back against Villarreal, and that is a little bit concerning, because I think Chukwueze, I think is his name, could get one over on him. Hopefully the reason why he won't is because his team will be most concerned about our attack, and if that's the case, then I think we should be okay to get something out of this game, right? So sorry, I was just checking to make sure my audio was coming through fine. It looks good, so I'll leave it at that. So that's our lineup. Ryan in goal. I was hoping to see that. Every time he's been out there, I think we see better performances from him each time. In this case, the defense in front of him was a lot better. He did not get punished by his defense, and I'd like to say he took some control. During a watch along, during our post-game video that I did with Arsenal Fan Circle, it seemed Ryan was actually communicating to Gabriel in Spanish, which is, from his time, he must have played in Spain and Sounds, or a Spanish-speaking team, and he had to use it there, and he used it today. And just the communication is key, I think, for that back line from the goalkeeper's perspective. And we look pretty solid back there. I think they got maybe one shot at a goal that had a chance of going in, but the strong hands of Ryan were able to push it away from Maximus, I think, as they took a shot. So in general, I think we looked really good as a whole, and the lineup was okay. I was kind of a little concerned with it, like I said, because I was hoping to see some other players at least on the bench, and that would mean they get opportunity to score or play, actually. I was hoping to see Cedric play. Not sure why Bellerin played. Is he going to be the one coming off the bench if we need one at the right back? I mean, I think Cedric should do that, right? At the least, or be he can play both sides. So, um, right is his preferred. So, like I said, I don't know. Cedric hasn't played much, and I would have liked to have him play in this game more so that he's ready to go for the next one and not sitting idle for too long. Um, so, anybody else? So yeah, there is. I guess there isn't much of a controversy between Leno and Ryan just because of the amount of time that Ryan hasn't been on the pitch, and that's going to be a detriment for him actually getting some playing time. So I think there's probably not much to worry about there in regards to him taking over. I would like to see it. Personally, I would like to see that. If I had my choice, Ryan would get to play. But I would have known that sooner than just last game because I felt like he should have gotten some more opportunities to play. What else can I say about the game? We're in our standard formation, 4-2-3-1, and we looked comfortable out there. We looked comfortable out there. The defense was solid. The fact that Elneny and Ceballos were playing midfield did not cause any negatives for us, as like sometimes the midfield has. We were able to control a lot of the ball. We got most of the shots. I mean, we had as many shots on goal as they had total shots. We had more completed passes as they had total passes taken. So we controlled the game. 2-0 looks really good. I mean, I think we could have done better. Maybe I'm grasping at straws and trying to and being spoiled here, but I felt like I wanted to see Aubameyang maybe get a score, Martinelli get a score. The fact that they combined on a goal towards later on in the game means that okay, we'll take that and assist and a goal for that tandem. It was great. Erdiger, I think we'll get into it. We'll talk about my five, but in general, like I said, I think the game went as I expected it to. Feeling that if our team comes in confident, we should be able to get the game. And I think part of that is we were playing in a structure formation that we're used to. Players we didn't have any players playing out of position except for Xhaka, and he's been playing that position now for 3 or 4 games now. So I think it isn't something that we're not accustomed to. So I think we did a good job there, getting what we wanted out of the game. Like I said, we controlled this game. We had 60% of the possession. As many shots on target as they had total. I mean, as many. We did a really good job. They got a red card when one of the players run up the back of Martinelli, which kind of you just don't like to see. But he got a red for it because he came. He had time to pull out and he didn't. So hopefully he's not injured and he'll be able to come back. Lacazette and Cantini are still not practicing fully with the team, so the chances of them coming back are going to be slim based on that. So we'll see how it happens there. All in all, like I said, a really good game. We got the win. We got the 3 points. Teams around us, some of the ones that we wanted to lose, did not. So we didn't gain ground on them, but we did move up to 9th. So the teams that are right around us, we were able to jump them in the standings. Anything else about the game that I want to talk about? I think in general the game was really good. The 2 shots, we'll talk about the 2 shots. Elneny takes a volley out of the air and puts it in the goal. The goalkeeper is a little late on it, but I mean the fact that he took the shot early and volleyed it is probably one of the reasons why the goalkeeper just was off by a little bit, just enough, and we were able to get that goal. And then the goal scorer, I mean, I believe that's his first goal in the Premier League. He's been scoring a lot in the cup games, but this is the first one, so it's a good game for him, good day for him. I mean, all and then he does is to score, right? He's so if he does have to play, if he does start, that's what some people are saying. Maybe he will start in the next game since Ceballos is out. I would like to go with a different lineup, and maybe I like to see a Milsrith Rowe maybe play there in front of Partey along with Erdiger, and play that kind of a style. And like Xhaka's going to play left back, let him stay there, or let Saka play there, and then bring on Martinelli and Pepe on the outside, right, and then have Erdiger in the middle with Aubameyang up top. So that's the other part that I would like to see. So let's see what we do, but that's kind of how I would like to see it laid out. Sounds like our center backs are probably going to be Holding and Marie, just because of Luis maybe going out and not being ready. right back Chambers, left back Xhaka, but maybe Chambers and Gabriel will play, and then on right back we have Cedric, hopefully. So we'll see. We'll see. A lot of things, little different things that can happen. So let's go and get into my 5 here. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right. So next up. So there you go. There's my 5. And as you can see, you've got Matt Ryan, Aubameyang, Martinelli, Erdiger, and Ceballos. Ryan, I was just hoping to see him come in and get in and play and show what he's shown before. So I was hoping to see that. Aubameyang, I think he just needed more minutes. He only came in after 5 minutes. So I was hoping to see more of him. Martinelli, once again, just needs to show that he deserves to be on the pitch as much as possible. Erdiger, I think, like most of the team, did not have a good game. I was hoping to see him improve from that. And then Ceballos, he was more there. Like I say, a lot of these times I look at the 5 and I'm a little concerned of why they're playing, and him playing, I was a little concerned, where his head would be, and why we couldn't have put somebody else in there and let him play, but we didn't. We let him play, which just seems kind of weird. He gets a red card and he's playing the next game. Yes, different league and all of that, but still, would have liked to see somebody else get it since he didn't show the restraint that was necessary for him to stay on the pitch in the last game. So we'll get into it. So let's go. Matt Ryan. Like I said, I was hoping to see him come in and kind of do what he's done before, perform and show and improve himself out there, and he's done that every time. Our defense looks really. Our defense looks much better, and I believe that is because he definitely communicates with the team a lot more. The fact that he's talking to Gabriel in Spanish means that he's able to communicate, and close to his first language, right? And the defense looked solid back there. Not too many concerns, right? So things looked really good for us there with Matt Ryan in the back. When he comes out for a ball in the air, he comes out with authority, goes and gets that ball. Some of the things we don't see sometimes from Leno, but from Ryan when he comes out, it's usually coming out with an intention to go get the ball, and he's always been able to get that, and he did that today. So really good play from him there. The playing out of the back looked solid, really good. So I enjoyed that. All right, so next up we'll go with Aubameyang. Like I said, I was hoping to see a lot more time for him. I feel like when he's healthy, he plays. He plays all the time. He doesn't rest, and we've seen it from him last year. And when he's playing well, that's what you want to see. And he looked well, and coming in with 5 minutes left last week, and the last game, and almost getting a shot off. He wasn't able to pull it off. And one thing I noticed about him, he's always going to the ground. When he's making that shot, that pass. And today it's the same thing. I think he was making a long pass up to Willian or whoever was on the right, and he almost falls over to do that, and he fell over when right before he scored. I believe he tried to push through the middle, wasn't able to. Ball pops out, gets swung out to Martinelli, and he's able to come on, get on the end of that and score, volleying the ball in. That's what I mean sometimes when I say, that opportunity may have been lost and you don't even see it, because something silly happens. We don't attack the balls, or we don't continue a run forward, so the cross comes in and nobody's there. But this time everything worked out perfectly. Ball got out to Martinelli. He was able to, come across with not much attack on him, and put that ball across, and Aubameyang was right there to finish it off. So all in all, good there. I would have liked to have seen a lot more of that in the game. That happened towards the end, right before, right when I was thinking, Aubameyang probably should come off, but he was able to score. Maybe he knew he was going to come off or whatnot, but I would have liked to see him come off, and yeah. So would have liked to have seen it, but he didn't have to come off, and I don't. Yeah, but he came off pretty soon after he scored. So all in all, good game from Aubameyang. Enjoyed watching him play. Want to see more of that. I like to see when we do something good, that we actually take that, bottle it, and then we use it for the next game. So that opportunity there is something we should be able to do, which means that, you know what, and you saw how that occurred. It occurred with a little breakdown by the defense when they had to collapse on the middle, and that's probably one of the things that you notice in the games when we're outside on the wings a lot. They can spread out and defend us, but when we come through the middle, they have to they have to heed the warnings that are coming through the middle of their pitch, and maybe they collapse a little bit more than they usually will. It gives us some, when the ball does swing back outside, we're going to have space there for that across, and when the ball gets in there, we're able to get at the end of it. The headers, I don't think we can do that, but those low crossers coming in, where you can get his foot on it and maybe guide it home, we should be able to do that. So that was Aubameyang. Loved it. Loved his play. I'd like to see him do more. I think there's more in there, but I think he just needed to get back into the flow, and that's what we got from him. So I'd like to see that. Next up, Martinelli. Once again, I'm looking for him to improve every time he's out there, show the energy that he has. I would like to see a lot more from him today. But like I said, and that's one of the reasons why sometimes you don't want to just pull players too soon, because they have that magic in them, and that's what happened with that cross that he was able to put out there and put a cross in. Enjoyed it. Did really well there. So all in all, he looked good out there playing. I think when we're playing our style, it looks really good, right? It looks really like the team's comfortable. And that's what we need to do. We need to build on that each time we play. I did enjoy that, and that was good. What else do we have? Martinelli. Like I said, I feel like he looked really good out there. It was good to see. I would like to see a little bit more from him, but sometimes some of the final balls didn't get to him and stuff like that, but it was good to see him out there because I know he brings the energy. He tried, he took some shots, and that's what we need from him, is taking those shots. Like Saka, he does put a little pressure on the other team, so that's good to see. But he's putting himself in situations, and if our players see him, he will be able to maybe get at the end of some of these. So it was good to see, and that's what happened on the goal. He was able to, they saw him out there on the wing, and he was able to get the ball and cross it in. So that was good to see. The foul on him was pretty bad. Really bad. He did finish off the game, but I'm hoping it's nothing serious for him. So that's where I want to go with him. So let's see what we have here. So go next with Martin Nordiger. So like I said, in the last game, everybody was a little bit off. Nordiger was definitely one of them. Nordiger was definitely one of them, and he, needed to have a better performance, and I believe he did have a better performance. Where we would like him to be, probably not. I think the play is a little different when he's got El Neni and Ceballos behind him, because they're not going to give him those through balls that he's used to. And I think we did, like I said, I think we didn't attack through the middle as much as we could have, and that's partly because of our our lineup there. But we were able to make it work by going out on the wings, and sometimes coming back inside. So not as influential as I would like, but I think fit into the style because we're playing more confident. We're playing with more confidence because we're more comfortable with the structure that we have, and that's what we saw. All right, so he had a free kick that he put right into the wall, so we know he can do better than that. But that's the you want to say a negative or whatnot. That was one that he had there. All right. He did put an opportunity in there, and I think it was Erdiger's pass out to Martinelli that led to the goal. So all three of the players that we want to see next week, for Thursday were part of that last goal. Voila, right? So we like that. We like that, and yeah, we'll take it. We'll take that. What else do we have here for Erdiger? Yeah, just waiting to see him next week. So there we go with that. Next up, we had Ceballos, and like I said, I was not really expecting him to play, and I, sometimes concerned when I do see him play. So let's get into that. So he was out towards the left side of that midfield. Ceballos was, was playing pretty good, and I think playing really good because they were in a formation that gave him probably the space, and the players around him that give him some confidence, and he did okay with that. I mean, I was hoping he didn't have to play because I was hoping we'd bring somebody else on to be able to play that position, even Emil Smith-Rowe, but rest is more important for him. So all in all, an okay game. Okay, nothing. Less negatives, which is always positive for us, right? A lot of times you see players having a lot more negatives than they do positive plays. He was okay today. Nothing to write home to mom about, as they say, but he did okay. That the midfield is what it is when it is what it is when you have those plays there. But yeah, he's okay. He's okay. Not as negative as I thought it was going to be having him out there. We can go into some other players. I mean, Bellerin he's the one that puts the cross in that ends up kind of getting bounced around a little bit and ended up with El Neni, who takes the volley and just puts it home. So Bellerin had his positive sides on the offensive side coming forward, and I think it was Newcastle, so you saw him a lot up top on the offensive side, kind of moving in the inside. Not as much on the outside as I thought he would be, because he likes to collapse inside and collapse really early, like before he even gets to the final third. But okay game from him. Should he play next week? I don't think he'll be playing on Thursday. See the Chambers or Ceballos for me. Chambers or Cedric for me out there. Jacques on the left is probably going to happen. Luis, I'm hoping it's nothing big, but we'll see. It sounds like it might be something that keeps him out. So Gabriel probably won't play because of the whole combination deal. You're gonna have Partey playing midfield. Will it be with Xhaka? I mean, will it be with El Neni? Could it be with Emil Smith-Rowe? I would like to see it with Emil Smith-Rowe and Erdiger sitting in front. That would be nice as well. Though I suspect Williams going to play. I think he had to just get his minutes in. Lucky man, he always gets his minutes in, right? Erdiger is probably just going to play in the same position. Martinelli, did he get us? Is he able to get his spot? Well, will Saka be there? Will Saka move back? That's the other question to that. And Aubameyang's going to be up top. Between him and Lacazette, and we were talking about him in the finals. It was a long way off, and we got a long 90 minutes to get there. But do we take Aubameyang a higher score for the last number of years, or do we hold back? So we'll see. We'll see about that. But all in all, a good game. We got a 2-0 game. We shut them out. I think we got some good minutes in for those that needed it. We also had, I think as far as the subs go, we had Chambers, Partey, and Pepe come in. So, those are some of our starters, so they got some minutes in. And, they got some decent minutes. Chambers had to come in 53 minutes, so he'll be sorted out. And it's the negative for that is Lewis did not get past 53 minutes. Pepe came in the 70th minute, surprise. Partey came in the 85th minute. I don't understand that. 5 minutes. I mean, maybe somebody else could have got that. But it seems like anything below 60 minutes, and it's only happening because of injuries or cards. I mean, and even then, cards, it doesn't seem to be a cause for to make a change. So, Arteta got it. He got it right this time as far as the formation. We would like to see maybe some different players play, but he got these players in, and they looked comfortable playing the style that we want. We did good. Um, what else? I think that's it for the game. I mean, like I said, Arteta did okay. He went back to what the team knows. Put players in positions that they can succeed in. It doesn't at this point, to me, it's not necessarily the team. It's more that we can build on this, and we did. I think we should be able to build on this one. We're gonna have different players in different spots when we start up, but that's good. But the team as a whole either practiced to this, or they noticed it, or they came in and played it later, right? And as a sub, so everybody's playing the positions and the roles that they played before. So that's a good thing. All right. So I think that's it for my 5. Just gonna leave you, my favorite words. Come on, you Gunners. Come on, you Gooners. Whichever one you like to hear. And then, as I usually say, life is a journey. Don't waste the trip. Enjoy the ride. All right. Thanks.